match. Now it's semifinal number one. Brad Angelo, last year's Rookie of the Year, and Paul Fleming from near Dallas, making his first TV appearance of this season. What an interesting year it's been for him. Trying to turn it around. Use of a sports psychologist, and looking there for the scout across the deck. Won't get the help on number 10.
This is a real fast messenger, and it goes right in front. We saw a lot of that happen at the bowling stadium in the last couple of weeks.
Takes care of the 10-pin and a mark for Paul Fleming. And now it's to Brad Angelo, who's had a great year on tour in terms of the points. Match play, as you mentioned, so consistent. Last year's Rookie of the Year, though. Still bidding for his first ever title. He's 34. Very good amateur career for Brad Angelo from Western New York near Buffalo. In addition to his first victory on tour, looking for his first TV win. Very deliberate. And a good start for Brad Angelo. Which leads us, Randy, to the Baby Ruth Real Deal matchup.
Thank you, Dave. Look at this average here, about 8 or 9 pins a game higher. Strike percentage, what that means is basically he throws, or this week he threw about 7 strikes for every 10 frames. Brad Angelo out-averaged the entire field, and by round, I mean, this is sick. 262, the round of 16. He went 4-0, 4-0 in his first 2 rounds. The only guy to win a couple of games from Brad Angelo, our very own Dale Ballard Jr.
On lane 9, more magic for Brad Angelo. Off to a very good start.
Brad Angelo, 5-step or 4 steps with a stutter step, just a timing step. But Del Ballard and I talked about this before the show today, about Brad Angelo and when his ball hits the pocket, and we both agree nobody strikes like Brad Angelo when he gets it going on our tour.
Back to Paul Fleming, and he's got 10 down in the pin as well.
Paul Fleming also a fairly easy road to the telecast, only losing 3 games and shutting out Peter Hernandez in the round of 8.
12-3 match play record, 227.15 average for Fleming en route to the TV show today. He met and started working with a sports psychologist here in Reno, trying to get his thought process in order. And as he mentioned his last night, Randy feels like it's in a much better mode right now.
Working with Dean Hinnitz, who works with several players out here, including Chris Barnes, Lonnie Wallachek, and basically got Paul to just try to stay out of his own way. He has a tendency to overthink it. And this week, he got Paul to have only one thought at a time before each and every shot. That's real important. I mean, you start getting all these thoughts going on, it's hard to get from point A to point B and let go of it the same way twice.
And that thought, as we'll explain, continuous feet. We'll break that down when Paul resumes action in the semifinal. What a deliberate approach and delivery for Angelo. But it all pays off for the Western New Yorker.
And speaking of an easy road, there's what we talked about. Our guy Del Ballard was fortunate enough to take Brad to 6 games and really challenge him. But aside from that, he had a pretty easy cakewalk to get to this point. When you average 250, 260 in match play, you're going to be really hard to beat.
2 match play losses for Brad. That's it.
Watch this hand at the bottom of the swing.
10-pin lead. 10 more. 4 bagger to start for Brad Angelo and a 20-pin advantage.
When a player has the kind of success on the tour that Brad Angelo has had, other players watch real close and try to figure out what he's doing. And guess what? We can't figure it out. Something about his ball roll and the way it enters the pocket creates unbelievable pin carry for Brad Angelo.
That was good pin action we saw from our crew there. Fleming down goes to 7 late. And he is in a 10-pin hole head-to-head with Angelo.
And no big surprise that Paul Fleming is on the show. He was a former player of the year Rookie of the Year, as was Brad Angelo. This year, the Rookie of the Year race being controlled handily by Chris Johnson.
Seen him on 2 shows. Toledo, Long Island. He almost took his first ever title in his TV debut, but Steve Jarris won on the bench that day. On this day, Fleming is staying hot. Evens things up for Bagger.
I think Paul got away with one here. Looked like he got it in just a pinch. He said hold, and it does. And he's doing exactly what he needs to do to Brad Angelo. Keep striking.
3rd TV show of the year for Angelo in Omaha. Saw him again in Medford, and now here he is on the same pattern in Reno at the PBA Reno Open. He stays red hot. He told us before the broadcast today he was just hoping to make 1 show in each half of the season. He's already been able to exceed that.
Well, as good as Brad Angelo's bowling, I think his expectations or his goals are a little low. But the one thing I really like about Brad Angelo is you watch that follow-through, it goes straight at the target. Hand, elbow, follow-through going straight in the direction he wants to throw it.
Going to start front 5 for Brad Angelo. 10-pin lead. Fleming does have a 4-bagger, so he's just down by 10 pins right now. Six-bagger, front 6 for Angelo. Does he have it? Some late help. Yes, he does. Nico Coronemi has the only 300 game on TV this year in Connecticut. Maybe Brad Angelo's turn next. We'll find out.